Hey everybody, successful morning is going to be 17th of August. We are entering into the third week of this particular month. With our warm wishes to be success for the day, the markets have ended the recent week with a mild negative bias. So this may be an opportunity since the market already stands at bottom based on the recent swings it has formed. Yes, of course, the previous swings and all have been getting protected by the way of the 8th and 17th and few other dates also during the July months that are all still having a protection kind of behavior, supporting the buying yet. As per the behavioral records it has done on the chart for the recent weeks, including the entire July month's one. The buy on dips as a strategy have been worked well. Wondal actually, when we have been advising to adapt this kind of buy on dips around the support zones, wherever this demand zone actually getting activated. So in the case, based on the recent swings and the attempt below the rectangular box we have drawn and demonstrated about the behavioral outcomes overall for the dates of 3rd August till the recently ended week. So every day was within that box happened, but for the recent 2 consecutive sessions as per our concept, which has closed below the important dates low, that was 3rd August high and low was taken. For that, the 24,427 are roundly we can say 24,400. Below the market should not get a close. If it closes, it will be having a chance for further drifting downward. So in that manner, one can see the behavioral implications based on the close it has done and how it will be acting through that close it has recorded. That can be now seen based on the short explanation we are going to see. So now you can easily understand. So what the thing happened for the Nifty. See, as per our concept, any important key dates high and low we are actually marking and advising you to follow means. Below or above consecutive 2 sessions should be happened to get a confirmation on the same direction. Only one thing you are going to get a surprise one from this analysis. That is what? See, the recent 3 sessions starting from 11th of August till this 14th of August, the 3 sessions what we have been taken for analysis was 11, 12, 13 August candles. Even though that were been in a lower high, exactly to be safe for the overall 3 sessions, lower high happened, but lower low broken down. That formation has been broken down and which has started shrinking or started trading in between one particular candle or one particular day's range. That was happened on 13th. That was a third lower low form. The lower high formation happened on 13th. So in that particular candle, you can see the 12th candle's high and low has been protecting the next sessions or even next 2 sessions. So next 2 sessions in the sense, after taking these 3 sessions, you can see the 13 and 14 has been trading within this particular, that means the 12th August high and low. Whenever the attempts are being taken to give a lower low, lower high, in case happens, that too consecutively closing below any important candles low or above, particularly the lower low in the sense below. So this is what the very important thing one can actually take a note, and you can also mark this particular, the recent Fridays, 14th August high and low, along with 12th August high and low. The markets are attempting to consolidate, not having an intention to follow the concept of consecutive 2 sessions close and its impact, because this time the formation somewhat hidden inside the previous candles ranges. So in that manner, one can first note of 12th August high and low that was mentioned in the report as well. This 24,473 and 24,265 that was happened on 12th August will be holding the pulse of the today's as well as even 1 or 2 sessions extension also can be seen. So as long as the Nifty is trying to trade between this 12th August high and low, there may not be having any huge momentum on either side for the Nifty. In case if you are seeing single day, it closes below 14th August. That is single day is also enough. 14th August low, that was 24,296. You can see the trend would be moving towards this zone. That means the 24,000 as a level may easily get approached, that too in an intention of filling this gap that has been already discussed. So this particular day, that was 14th of August, so Friday's one, should not get a close below to that point on daily time frame, particularly in today's trade. Even though it is holding this one, it should not close below any days in upcoming sessions below to this point. As long as the Nifty is, which means what? As an opportunistic way, we can think and act like, as long as the Nifty is holding this particular day's low as 24,296, or roundly you can take 24,300. That was the high point of 8th July's one. That too also noted. The chance for bouncing back will be happening, but that kind of bounce back activities may not be treated. That means it should not be treated as the buying chance for day traders or immediate term. That means 5 days or 10 days and all you are thinking to take a trade. That may not be a chance for building longs, because for a clear and convicted long positions or long movements, the market should decisively close above the at least 12th candles high, 24,473 or roundly 24,500 above. It should have a close. As long as it is holding this 14th August low, you can keep waiting for further upward momentum towards 12th August high. Between this, around 100 to 150 point only, you can see the markets may give you as a bounce back based gains. Only after this 12th August high breakout on daily time frame, you can see the trend would be continuing towards the 3rd August high. This much of consolidation based movement, a slow and a thin range based movements can be expected from this week. For that only we are demonstrating and explaining the same. based on the behavior it has already witnesses, and it may be continuing in that manner what we have explained. So first thing, you have to note down the Friday's high and low. Inside the Friday's high and low, if it happens, there will be a huge chances of non-directional movement and may not be having an opportunity to trade on the index side. Even though it is breaking above the Friday's high, which may help the index to move further based on the bouncing activities and its continuation to reach the 12th August high as stipulated earlier. So that and all one should keep in mind and take your trade. Particularly those who want to trade on index, it may not be a good idea if you are taking the trade for day trading or even for short-term trading. So that and all one should note down and act accordingly in line with the explanation we have done. So what we can do, that means the stock specific activities can be initiated by the day traders, which means that sectors which and all we have been mentioned and we are going to explain also. Under that, every sector, particularly from small cap, mid cap oriented stocks, one can keep an eye and one can follow the trades based on the trend the stocks are having. So that is the only chance for the derivative traders who want to or who wish to trade on day trading basis or short-term basis. So that is the thing we are going to see as a change in the behavioral research we have observed, and that has been provided as a chance of understanding this particular thing, and you can act accordingly. So that's it from Nifty space one can analyze. Now we can move to the markets, the rest of the part. So as per the report we have provided, the opening session for the Nifty and Sensex would be expected on a cautious note, of course. Even though there are mixed kind of signals seen on international indices or overseas. After opening, as per the explanation, the range what the Nifty would be taken care for means the 24,500 and 600 would be expected only after the 12th highs breakout. So 12th high and low will be dominantly driving the Nifty for the day. In case the high gets broken, 24,500 to 600 can be expected. In case the low of the 12th candle gets a break, means you can see the 24,100 to 24,000 would be approaching. From a positional aspect, you can still have or still follow the strategy of the 24,700 above close. If it is happening or not, you have to watch out. Only after a consecutive and decisive close about 24,700 for the Nifty, you can see the trend would be supporting to gain further about 2,500 to 2,000 points. As long as it is trading below 24,700, chances of consolidation and the range bound actions and the extension of this kind of behavior would be there. So traders can exercise, as we have mentioned clearly here, until a clear direction is getting established by the way of breaking any important date as for today, 12th August. One can actually deploy buy on dips around the current support zones and sell on rise even in a small or a minor bounce if the Nifty is witnesses. On the sectoral front, you can concentrate these sectors for that too based on the stock specific activities. That means from every sector what you have mentioned, you can majorly give you a concentration or put your concentration on mid and small cap oriented stocks than large cap. In that manner, automobile, finance, oil and gas, multinational corporations, metal, and few stocks from banks and few stocks from real estates also can be. On news-based one, since the results for the June-ended quarter have almost comes to end, the news-based one will be dominating the stocks list for the day. In that manner, the Reliance Industries, the bigger joint venture strategic partnership have been happened for the Reliance Industries along with Voltas, Rubicon Research. Those are all based on the quarterly earnings. The Voltas results were announced better than in previous quarter. Rubicon Research also almost one time of profit spike. It has announced the result. After that, the policy bazaar fintech based on IREDA, that means insurance regulatory authorities inspection done on companies. Dr. Reddy Laboratories based on USFT. Juniper Green Energy, that is based on news. And BEMR also based on news. So one can focus these kind of stocks for it. Today, there is no list of stocks for quarterly results based. Since the quarterly earnings for June and quarter almost comes to. Keeping stop loss on all transactions is advised for all kind of trades. That's it for the day in terms of market outlook for the particular day. There are some queries we can discuss now. Max Healthcare and Ashok Leyland. There are queries on this. You can see that. Based on the results announced for Max Healthcare, so which has already impacted on the prices. You can share the chart for the query session as. So this is also like what we have demonstrated for NIFTY. It should not get a break below. Yeah, that means the previous session, Friday session, because it has already broken but managed to close somewhat higher than the previous session. That will happen on Thursday. So the Friday's high and low will be directing the Max Health shares for getting a direction or for getting a movement based one. So until then, one can keep the Friday's low and high as the chance of understanding or observing the direction. So 1018 or 1000, that means 981. Between this range, if it is trading, you can keep without trading on the shares, you can keep wait, and once it breaks a high of 1018, immediately do not jump on the trading activities. You can further wait whether it is consolidating above or whether it is staying above the Friday's high. Then only you can get a chance. That means what? It is better to wait and watch till it is giving a confirmation on daily time frame, particularly above the Friday's high. So that is the advice for Max Healthcare. In case if it further downward dips and all happens, 981 should get protected. It is very strong support zone for the Max Healthcare. Until it is holding, you can hold your shares if you already bought. If you are having an intention to enter, you can wait and watch for the entire day how it is going to confirm like. As long as it is trading between, you can keep waiting with your holdings. That's it. And Ashok Leyland. Just a minute. See, for the Ashok Leyland, since we also expected somewhat a good result would be announced, like, but based on the results impact, the stock actually closed the week on negative basis. So we can expect the further downward trend can also be seen in case if any bounce you are seeing on the Ashok Leyland say that can be utilized to reduce your long positions or try to or initiate the short positions. It has clearly closed the week on negative trend or negative bias. So one can expect it may be falling to fill this particular gap. So the 167 and 169 between this gap, it has to confirm by filling the gap through the way of dipping further. What may happen if the gaps get filled means the intention should be examined how it is actually making on charts while filling this gap. If the decisive movements and are seen, we can see the continuation on the downside would be happen. So that's it for the Ashok Leyland. Adani for short-term target. That can be now. Since the Adani Power shares become expensive as per the current valuation, even though it has been correcting, one can see the Adani Power would be consolidating with a weak bias. Still, the required valuation adjustments are there for the stock. So even though it is trading around 200 zone or at exactly 205 was the close at the time. So one can see the consolidation would be continuing with a weak bias even below 200 zone. So the prompt way of entering into the Adani Power shares would be only after making a clear confirmation around 180. So that is the good zone or a better zone to watch out and enter into the Adani Power shares for investment and not for trading. We are suggesting here. It is not suitable for trading even though it is consolidating negatively. You cannot concentrate on selling activities because they are range bound and very tight consolidation is driving the stock price, which may be suitable for positional setups. So you can keep applying strategies of sell on rise and the 190, 180 like the prices are if you are seeing there you can start investing for the long term, not for, at least for the 6-month period, medium term you can concentrate. The total structure still has the negativity based on the behavior. So that's all for the query side we can address. So now we can conclude as the market already opens. Thanks for participating in today's session. We'll be meeting again in tomorrow's one. Until then, we wish everyone to have successful day. Bye-bye.